Hello friends, so in the previous video I have explained all the properties of the two parallel lines, and two lines are intersected by one line, or we can say two or more than two lines are intersected by one line, and the relation of the spatial angles when they are parallel and they are not parallel. So according to these properties, let me start our exercise, that is exercise 5.2. So in exercise 5.2 you have seen that there are the two lines are what A and B. The question number 1 is, we can say that two lines are A and B in which the two lines are transversal. Let me take them as L and M. So L and M are the transversal of these two lines, and there are some angles formed by the angle A. Line A and L is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Same way line B and L also forms the angle 5, 6, 8 and 7. Now, so we have to answer some question. The question number 1 is what? If A is parallel to B, if A is parallel to B, then angle 1 is angle 5. So what kind of the property angle 1 is angle 5? So here I am writing like this. If here we can say that angle 1 is equal to angle 5 because by this property we can say that due to corresponding angle of parallel line, they are always equal. Now what it said that in the second question, if angle 4 is equal to angle 6, then A is parallel to B. So here we can say that angle 4 is equal to angle 6 are which kind of the angle? If you have seen that their formation of the Z is occur, so we can say that they are alternate angle, and alternate angles are equal. Therefore A is parallel to B. This property, as I have said, that when two alternate angles are equal in any two lines that is what intersected by the transversal, if they are equal, then these both the lines are parallel to each other. So that's why these are the what due to the alternate angles. Same way we have learned another property. If the sum of the two anterior angle on the same side is what 180 degree for any two lines, then they are parallel to each other. So see here, angle 4 plus 5 is equal to 180 degree. So here I am writing like this: angle 4 plus angle 5 is equal to 180 degree. It is, we can say, is sum of two interior angle on same side. Therefore, what? A is parallel to B. So these are the properties that we have to what mention for the solution. Let me see the question number 2. In question number 2, it is given that two lines, that is what? Line A and line B, transversal by what? Line C, and it forms the angle 1, 2, 3, 4, here 5, 6, 7, 8, and we have to find first pairs of corresponding angle. Pairs of corresponding angles. Second one, we can say that pairs of alternate interior angles. Third one, we can say that we need to find what? Pairs of same interior angle on same side. on same side, and we can say that third one, or we can say fourth one. Fourth one is what? Pairs of the vertically opposite angles. So as per the vertically opposite angles, we need to find the solution. So let me see what kind of the pairs of alternate angle. Here they have not said that A is a parallel to B. So we need to just write the pairs. We are not mentioning that whether they are equal or not. So see, first pairs of corresponding angle. As I say that to find the corresponding angle, what is the definition of the corresponding angle? The pairs of the angles in which one is in the exterior region of the one line, another one is in the interior region of the same on the other line on the same side. And to identify, we have to see F. See, one is exterior, so angle 1 and angle 5. Another one is angle 2 and angle 6. Same way here, one is a 4 is exterior, 8 is interior. So angle 4 and angle 8. Then another one is angle 3 and angle 7. So these are the what pairs of the corresponding angle. Now let me see, second is what? Pairs of the alternate interior angle. So what is the proper, we can say, definition of the alternate interior angle? We can say that the angles which is formed by one line in the interior region and on the other side of the other line in the interior region, then we can say that they are alternate angles. See, one line by the one angle in the interior region on the one side, and the other side, other line forms the interior angle. So here we can say that angle 3 and angle 5, and how to identify them. So there is a letter Z. See, Z is formed. So we can say that angle 2 and angle 8. Same way, pairs of the interior angle on the same side. So as these have already said that what kind of the angle, so we can say that same side interior angle, so we can say angle 3 and angle 8, and angle 2 and angle 5. Now vertically opposite angles. So what is the vertically opposite angles? We can say that when two lines are intersect like these, then one is on the other, the two angles, pairs of the angles which are on the opposite sides, on opposite corners are vertically opposite angle. So here angle 1 and angle 3, and they are always equal, so I can directly write like this, angle 1 and angle 3. It can be any kind of the lines. If they are straight line, then vertically opposite angles are always equal. Same way, angle 2 and is equal to angle 4. Next is angle 6 and angle 8, and next one is angle 5 is equal to angle 7. So this is the way that we have to learn or understand what are the angles, what kind of the angles, how to identify them. If the angles are formed by the parallel lines, then what are the properties? This should be kept in your mind. Let me see next. There is a question number 3. In a question number 3, we need to find all the angles or unknown angles for the parallel lines. So let me see how to solve it. So question number 3, the two lines are given like this. This one is P and this one is Q. These are the two parallel lines, and it is given that PQ is a parallel, and here I am drawing one transversal that I mentioned as a L. Some of the angles are formed like this one is 125 degree. This is E, F. Here this one is A, B, C and D. So it is given that in our question, what? In our question it is given that AB is a parallel to, sorry, P is parallel to Q and L is transversal. I need to find all the angles. So how to find? Let me see one by one. Here we can say that angle 125 is equal to D. We can say that D is equal to 125 degree. Why D is 125 degree? As you have seen that there is what? Relation of the corresponding angle. So here I am writing the region, that is corresponding angle. Now, one more thing, if D is equal to what? D is equal to B. Why? D is equal to B because vertically opposite angle. You should mention this for every question or for every step. So therefore, B is equal to what? 125 degree. Now, here I got this D. I got this D. Now I need to find the E. If I find the E, I can find all the angles. So see, there is a relation between E and 125. It forms a line of P, or we can say part of these. So these are forming a what? Linear pair. So here I am writing like this: E plus 125 degree is equal to 180 degree. Why? So we can say that linear pair. If this is a linear pair, we can say that we can find easily E. So E is equal to what? 180 minus 125. So 10 minus 5, 5. 7 minus 2, 5. So I am getting E is equal to 55 degree. Now, if E is equal to 55, we can say that F is equal to 55. Here I am writing like this: E is equal to F. Why? So vertically opposite angle. Therefore, angle F is equal to what? 55 degree. Now, there is a relation between E and A. They both are corresponding angle. So here I am writing like this: E is equal to A. Why? Corresponding angle. Therefore, A is equal to what? 55 degree. And one more relation between A and C. A and C both are what? Vertically opposite angle. So here I am writing like this: A is equal to C. Why? So vertically opposite angle. And therefore angle C is equal to 55 degree. So this is the way that you can identify all the angles that can be formed by the given two parallel lines. Let me move one more question. It is a question number 4. Here I am solving the question number 4 second. One is very easy, you can solve by yourself. So here I am solving the question number 4 second. It is given that two lines such that A, B, this one is L, this one is M, L and M, where it is given that L is parallel to M and we need to find the what X. This one is 100, this one is what we can say 80. Okay, sorry, this is given as 80 and this is given as X. We don't need to consider 80. Why? Because we don't require it. We have directly the relation between 100 and X. What? If we have observed that L is parallel to M and A is transversal, so here I am writing like this: L is parallel to M and A transversal. Therefore, what? X is equal to 100 degree. Why? Due to corresponding angle. So this can be solved in the one step only. Now, let me see the next question. That is a question number 5. In a question number 5, in the given figure, the arms of the two angles are parallel. The figure is like this. This is the angle, we can say that A, B and C, and another angle that is D, E and F. And the given is what? This one is 70 degree. Now, what have they said? That find angle DGC, the point where they are intersected to each other, that is what we can say that G. So first I need to find this DGC, and second time I need to find what? DEF. Again, the question is not that much of hard, it is very easy, because they have said arms of angle ABC and angle DEF are parallel. This is given in my question, so I can write like this in the symbol. Symbolically I can write like this. Therefore, AB is a parallel to what? DE. So if AB is a parallel to DE, then we can say that this is what? This is my transversal, and BC is a transversal. Why BC is a transversal? So let me see. If I extend this like they are what somewhat, and if I extend like this, then this become what? A two parallel line with the transversal. So therefore, the relation between this angle and this angle is what? It both are given as a corresponding angle. So here I am writing like this. Angle BGC is equal to angle what? ABC. Why? So we can say that corresponding angle. Therefore, angle BGC is equal to 70. Now, if we talk about these two lines, as what they have said that arms of the angle ABC and DEF both are parallel, therefore this BC is a parallel to EF. Here what happened? BC is a parallel to EF, so I can write like this. Therefore, BC is a parallel to EF, and if BC and EF both are parallel, then this one becomes a transversal which intersect into the two parts. If I extend, then we can say that what? ED is a transversal. Therefore, what happened? We can say that this wheel is in exterior region, this one is in the interior region. So these two are corresponding angle. So angle BGC is equal to angle what? DEF. And if you are mentioning these one as a 1, and why they are equal? Because corresponding angle. Therefore, angle DGC from 1, what? Angle DEF is equal to 70. So this is the way that you have to solve such kind of the question. Now let me see the last question of the chapter. It is a question number 6. Here I am showing that how to solve, then all the remaining questions that you need to solve by yourself. See, it is said that in a given figure, below decide whether L is parallel to M or not. So we need to check whether L is parallel to M or not. The given figure is like this. L, M, and there is one transversal, that is a N for the first question, and they have given the two interior angle, 126 degree and another is a 44 degree. I need to verify that L is parallel to M or not. So how to verify? So just see here. Here I am writing the one condition. If L is parallel to M, the condition is what? If L is parallel to M and M is transversal, then sum of, you can apply any identity, but here is what, here we have got only the condition, that is what, two interior angles are given. So here I am using that condition, that if L is parallel to M and N is transversal, then sum of two interior angle is 180 degree. So therefore what it should be, when I add 126 plus 44 is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because they are two interior angles. Now I solve this left hand side. So I am getting what? 4 plus 6, 10. 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1, 7. I am getting what? 170 is equal to 180. And as you know that 170 never equal to 180. Therefore, L is not parallel to M. So you have to solve all the questions by this kind of the conditions. You need to apply such conditions and check whether that condition is followed or not. If the condition is not followed, then you can what? That means the two lines are not parallel. So try to solve all the question in your notebook. And here I am completing this chapter. Thank you very much.